To make a horse, inflate a balloon, leaving a margin of about 6 inches. Then, let's try to get a little extra space at the beginning of the balloon. To do that, pull gently on a knot of the balloon to displace it as close to the mouth of the balloon as possible. Then push the air back to that extra space. Now let's make an angle at about 1.5 inches from the knot and form a bubble right after the angle. And let's now make 2 bubbles a little shorter than this first one. Lock twist them together. Good! You just made the head of the horse with its 2 ears. Let's now make its neck. Form an angle at about 2.5 inches from the head. And form a bubble right after the angle. Good! Let's do the horse's mane. To do that, start with a series of 3 small bubbles. Each bubble should be at the most 3/4 of an inch. Block the third bubble at the base of the 2 ears and start another series of 3 bubbles exactly the same size as the one you just made. Then align the last 2 bubbles of the second series with the first 2 bubbles of the first series. And make those 4 bubbles rotate together that way. It's almost like a lock twist, but done in a different way. Notice how the 2 bubbles closest to the ears stay in place and do not move at all. If necessary, put all the bubbles back together in place. We can now see our horse's head much better. Let's now do the bubbles for the 2 front legs. They can be about the same size as the neck. And lock twist them together. Then the bubble for the tummy, which can be a little shorter than the legs, followed by the 2 hind legs, which should be, of course, exactly the same size as the 2 front legs. And lock twist them together as well. Let's now give a more natural shape to the tail of the horse by not only curving its form, but also giving it a pinch very close to the hind legs. And make sure you keep that little angle you just formed in place while you curve the last part of the tail. And as we usually do, let's give a little curve to the belly. Et voilà! Let's now draw on it. Since the knot of the balloon looks a little bit like the nose, we'll keep things simple by just drawing the eyes and the eyebrow. And this is how you can make a balloon horse.